9,000 of these cars. That's staggering.
If you're looking at getting into these, the great thing is that
You just said looking. You're not looking through that.
Look at the water spray already. Tony Ward's here with his parts truck and all these things. You can buy. It's pretty much a modular car. You can buy bits and pieces of races. The race starts about to get underway. Here we go. Legend Cars Australia race number 1 here for the weekend. Morgan Park Raceway. It's going to be slippery into turn 1. Will they stay too wide? Will they go 4 wide? We're about to find out. In the background, you can see it through the mist. It's like a haze, isn't it? Wow, they're sketchy as they go to turn 1. Ryan Pringle go around the outside into 3rd place.
I was looking for the green wheels.
The green wheels. He damaged a wheel, and they said we can't paint them in time. That's what it was.
So disappointing. I was looking forward to seeing the green rim, so he's gone to the white. But as they work their way up underneath the bridge, look how murky that is. All right, this is where we've seen a lot of cars going off earlier on in the wet conditions in the other classes. So 3 is definitely very, very tricky, as will be the rest of the surface.
Is this the most timid that you've seen in a race? I think, like, normally we're not getting through 4 corners without someone spinning or a big lock up under brakes.
I don't think you're not going to be seeing full throttle application. Like, so comparing it to sort of maybe the speedway versions of these cars, they'll be what we call a day throttle. Like if it's slick in the middle of the day and there's no moisture in it, they'll be just rolling that throttle on instead of just jumping on it and smashing gears.
Listen on board.
Yeah, listen on board. You can listen because you can't see anything. Oh, wow.
Well, they're still giving him a bit of RPM, I think.
Lachlan Ward, look at the gap he's got already.
Well, I know he's been doing some driver training with some of the young guns that have made their way into this pack. Nathan Preto looks like he's already made up a few positions as well. At the moment, sitting 17th at the time. But, big understeer there from Pring. Did he make the dirt? No, I'm not quite sure. I mean, these cars are designed to go on dirt at Benjamin, but they're not set up for dirt today.
Oh, he did go off. Definitely went off in the 333, so he was just rejoining in the back of that shot, so that's dropped him back out of that 3rd position. Ward controlling the lead, and he's not alone. The 81's gone as well.
Scotty Melville.
And he was up inside the top 8, so already a couple near the top have fallen off and have dropped through this pack.
Be careful out on the outside there. You don't want to get a wheel on those white lines. It's super greasy for Hogan. He's trying to hold on to 3rd position at the moment. Big battle there.
You know what the only winner out of this weekend is going to be with these conditions? The grass.
I don't know.
Well,
the crowd, the people watching.
Apart from how many cars go off and dig up the grass. We've seen a fair bit of that already.
So Pring just in front of Martin now at the moment, 6th position. So he managed to rejoin, didn't lose too many positions. Goodridge looking around the outside.
Side. Now that's where you don't want to be. Look how much water was built up on the inside of that curve.
That's Hogan, so he's dropped back. Just trying to see. Okay, so no, it's actually looks like Goodridge has made up a few positions there to be behind Hogan. They change so much, don't they? The timing system doesn't look like keep up with. They can change position 3 times. Oh, very wide there though. Can Goodridge pull it up?
The wheel spin there. Yeah. Hogan with the wheel spin, it just got up on the rear tyre and lit up the rears in the wet.
Careful of that T-junction under brakes.
Yeah, you talk about the white lines. Like, it's slippery enough on the race circuit, but you get on those white lines and they will just change direction like that. They'll rotate on their own wheelbase, basically. Yeah, we're back on board with Spicer. Somewhere in there is a race car in front of him.
Can you believe he's made it up? He's quite up the grid, actually.
He's up to 7th.
I'm not quite sure. Yeah, it looks like it might
be. He started 15th.
Yeah.
He started 15th.
Not much visibility. It's even fogging up, and there's not much there to sort of keep the humidity in the cabin, is
They're just a perspex screen. They're not a glass screen, so they're just perspex, which I don't think would be the best at any stage. And just listening to the effects, Mike, it is belting down. It is just belting down here at Morgan Park
Raceway. The rain has got heavier, hasn't it?
Yeah.
You can hear it coming in to the commentary box. You can hear the rain on the roof.
That's a great shot. That is one of the trickiest corners to get right here at Morgan Park. And then the downhill break to 3, you've got to get that right, otherwise you'll end up out on the grass.
Well, lock up there for the 33 of Spicer.
You do not want to lock up because it'll just keep sliding. Oh, wow, look at that. It is belting down. The forecast 2 days ago that I saw, and I'm in Ipswich about an hour and a half away, was for 25 mil. on the Saturday. It's coming a little bit later.
They didn't say 25 mil an hour.
Oh, Brendan Hurrigan there in the number 1. You just about can't see that car because it's the same colour as the sky.
Oh, Spicer, he's doing a nice job. What a run from him. It's just a second place, Shane Tate.
This is torrential. Absolutely torrential. Tate, he's 12 seconds down. Ward's just run away and hit.
You know, and the thing is, there are a few aftermarket parts you can get for these cars. Not many, some knuckles and things, but Lachlan Ward, obviously, with his dad, with all the parts, they're running a stock standard car. So, you know, he's out there, and this is driver ability from. We know he gets in other different cars, he does driver training, so he's really using every bit of that knowledge to get this car around in these conditions.
Listen to that, man. It's just, listen to that.
Wow, there we go, a bit of an adventure now. A couple of them, that's Hurrigan going off. Josh Hurrigan, oh no, 47 is Stop Hope. Now, if you can't get out of there, that may be, we may have to call that little car out that has those flashing lights. We don't want to say it. It's Lockie Ward puts on a bit of a show for us watching here. I think he's actually having some fun. Look at him. Like, you can't tell me he's taking it easy. That good Pope has got that car running. So
yeah, no, Pope's back out there in the Scott Civil 47.
Yeah, that'll be good to get that one going. Loving the 17, the old Dick Johnson.
Spice's up to 6. Their onboard camera car's up to 6 from grid 15 in the worst conditions of the day. Here's a replay. It literally appearing out of the Merc.
It's got more grip in the dirt and the mud.
It just about has at the moment.
Well, you can actually steer out of that.
Couldn't get it turned on the tarmac. It's actually not turning too bad on the grass.
Yeah, I know. That might be one of. Wow. Just leave a couple of wheels out in the dirt as you go around, maybe. Wow.
Remembering they're not running. Oh, look at that.
So the laps are going to be brought down in this one. Obviously, you know, with everything out there, they've got so many minutes in a race, and with the slower laps times means they'll lose a couple of laps in each race. As he's still throwing it into the flip-flops here, turn 11 and 12.
I wonder if the map, just looking at the front wheel setup, if they've got the ability to widen the front. So, like again, in karts, typically you'll do that in the front, especially to get them, help get them to turn and jack like we saw with the XLs. I don't know if they can do that, but like shock-wise and that, I don't know how adjustable they are, but they're definitely trying to soften things up to get power down.
This weekend they put them in a shed, 20 of them in a shed. With the Formula Vs, there's not a lot of room in that shed for them to be working around, and a few of the guys said, gee, we're cramped.
Oh, there's a couple off.
I tell you what, you're happier in that shed at the moment. That's the 5th. Oh, Nathan Prieto.
Robert Coulthard.
He'll be hoping there's no damage, because I know he's been working hard to get the 8-4 Media legend back out on track for this race, and now Pate has been caught up.
You know when the rain is bouncing off the grass that it's raining hard. And I'm from New Zealand.
The grass is not soaking it up anymore.
Wow. Man, I mean, then you look at that shot and it looks like it's a bit clearer, but I think it's just the camera position. It is so murky and misty, and it is raining so very, very hard here at Morgan Park Raceway.
What do you do down to turn number 4?
Sunny Queensland.
Have a look at Goodrich. He's still trying to be aggressive. Him and Hogan had a great battle for what is now third position. He's still coming around. Hurrigan, the Aussie number 1 on there.
Ward's lead is over 30 seconds.
He's a talent, isn't he?
Has to have some Kiwi in him, I'm guessing, to be able to drive in the wet like that.
Oh, he's got a whole heap of talent.
That's got the whole Jim Richards thing going. Hey, the Kiwis are good in the wet, so we might adopt him because he's just smashing them. Oh, we had a little.
It's the final lap. He's only got one more corner.
I wasn't going to do the commentator first. I wasn't going to do the. He's wiping the windscreen trying to see. He's not waving at everyone. He's wiping the windscreen. Last lap borders out. Okay, don't hit the front straight wall. That would be bad. Or keep off those lines, Lachlan.
It is checkered flags. So
that was checkered. That was checkered. Well, we couldn't even see the flags. Good grief.
At the moment, I can see Dad in here just taking a sigh of relief there after that one.
Brendan Hurrigan, he's coming back through the field. He's back up inside the top 6. Wow. So, other than a few spins, I don't think there's been any contact out there, hopefully. So, we'll have all 20 back in the pits, drying themselves out, or attempting to dry themselves out. For do they have another run this afternoon?
Hurrigan's going to have another go, and let's see. He might have got past Hogan there by the looks of it too, and then we're going to see Spicer. What a drive from him, 15th to 6th position in this race. I know it's testing conditions. Oh no, it looks like Scotty Melville's going to have another excursion off in the 81. big puddle to go through as he rejoins the racetrack as well.
Yeah, that was that was the last couple of corners.
We're not joking that there seems to be more traction off the track than on at the moment.
Yeah, you're not wrong about that. I'm going to say that would have to be up there with some of the most difficult conditions for legend cars I've ever seen. Probably used to it in Sydney, not here in sunny Queensland. The boys are nodding and
look,
agreeance behind
I think we take out of that race, though, is that there didn't seem to be a lot of contact. Although went off the track, it was some great racing. Lockie Ward dominant, nearly 34 seconds in front of Shane Tate. Then Ben Goodrich in third position. Then goes back to Brendan Hourigan, Rob Hogan, Chris Spicer with a big charge. Ryan Pring unfortunately went off, lost a few positions. Bruce Duckworth in 8th. Aidan Williams 9th, and Harvey Martin in 10th. What a race. Asker Sendell, Scotty Morgan, then Scotty Melville, he went and found the dirt a few times. Josh Hourigan, Lincoln Pope, Darren Bradley, Robert Coulthard, Nathan